Hey, Gator here. Or James Jackson. Today I want to talk about meeting deadlines. We all had the dreaded project where we know we have to edit and have something done by a certain date. Before we go further in the video, hit the subscribe button so that you can keep up with all of the latest videos that we add week to week. So talking about deadlines, this can cross platforms. This is in project management. This could be in anything that deals with delivering a service and or a product by a certain time. This subject goes hand in hand with your workflow. Your particular workflow matters in this case. We can break this up into big projects and small projects. But we first must be realistic. How fast are you at editing? How fast are you at the job you're doing? That's going to determine the window of time that you need to deliver the project. So we first got to be realistic about how long it actually takes us to edit. How much time do we spend on looking at things over and over, making sure the transitions are right, paying attention to the details. Please watch the video about stop being lazy in the editing process. But again, paying attention to the details, making sure that you have every shot that was needed to execute the project properly. If a client knows that you can edit in an hour and send it back to them within 2 hours of filming, they will expect that every time. However, don't put yourself in that much pressure. If I know I can be done with the project today, I will say I'll be done with the project in a few days, because that gives me time for any emergencies to pop up, anything to happen if the computer decides it wants to act up based on the amount of effects I'm using. And we all need to always upgrade. I just got a new computer, but I feel like I need to upgrade again and again. I've had projects where I've edited 10 minutes before it was supposed to show. Now, I haven't gotten tighter than that. I've seen some buddies and I have some friends that have edited right up to the minute before they were supposed to share or show a presentation. That's real tight. I haven't done that before. However, I have edited up to 10 minutes before it was supposed to go live. And you're crossing your fingers, making sure when that estimated time is running in the media encoder and you see it says 10 minutes left or 5 seconds left, that 5 seconds seems like, oh my gosh, forever. And so try not to put yourself in the position to have to edit up to the last second. You probably won't be happy when you rush to work. Your workflow will be important in this whole matter, because when I film a project, I work a little bit better when I dump it right away and get a look at all of the files and organize everything. I get a look at everything and kind of put it in place a little bit so I can kind of see how it's going to come together before I even get into the nuts and bolts of all of the ingredients of what's going into the film or to the project. And so I'm always dumping everything, getting a quick look at everything before as soon as I get home from filming or taking the pictures. I dump them right away, label everything. And again, that's a whole nother video, your workflow. However, it is important to be organized with your files. I can't say that enough in every video. Organize your stuff so that you can get to it properly, get to it fast. There will be clients that you meet with that need a fast turnaround. And in that case, it's important to film with the edit in mind. In other words, film exactly what you know the edit is going to be. It's one thing to film an idea and create what the edit is going to be, but it's another thing to film and edit exactly what you film. On jobs where there's a quick turnaround, there are certain things you might not use as many cameras. You might just use 1 to 2 cameras versus 3 or 4 camera angles. There are things that can cut down the editing process so that you can turn the project around immediately. It's important to give yourself enough cushion, give yourself enough time, and you probably don't want to get into too many situations where you have to edit super fast. I've had big projects where we've interviewed 25 people, and the 25 interviews were going to turn into one major cut for a nonprofit organization. And as we created this one major cut, the cut had to be 5 minutes long. So I had to look at 25 interviews that were filmed, and each interview was at least, on the minimum, 9 minutes long, and at the maximum 25 minutes long. I had 2 months on this project, so immediately I would do 5 interviews in a day or two. And it took me a week to get through all the interviews. Once we got the cut down to 12 or 10 minutes, the client called and said, we got to get this under 5. That was a tedious project. However, it was paced out. Remember, always give yourself a cushion. Always give the client a date that you know you can meet. And let's crush meeting those deadlines. Thanks again for watching. Drop us a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and more videos coming soon.